Colin Blackwell. I'll be the chief judge of the competition coming up. Just to introduce myself, I'm judging also things like the Holt Prize, the Vietnam HR Awards. I've been in Vietnam a very long time, like 25 years. I'm the founder of the Vietnam HR Associations, and on behalf of the Chambers of Commerce and the World Bank, I also represent anything on HR and labour advocacy to the Vietnam government onto the Vietnam Business Forum. So long experience in this, specifically on disability. I have a social enterprise, like a private philanthropy here in Vietnam, called Enable Code, and this is getting people with disabilities in Vietnam into employment. We're part of a World Bank impact portfolio globally. So I'm often looking at these issues on a global level with Washington on a policy perspective, so a very familiar topic for me. But just some ideas really for yourselves about why to go into this competition. Obviously it's a good cause, helping people with disabilities, everyone would agree with that, but also for yourselves. Because, why do you go to university? Well, to get a good return on that and a decent job at the end of it. And how do you get in front of those really top companies, those dream careers? Well, it's not just like, you get a university degree and that's a magic certificate and then you have a formal interview and somehow you get the job. It's much better if you can actually prove yourself in front of top companies. So we have as mentors in this competition people like Amazon, Intel, PwC, these really top employers. And if you're next to someone for weeks working on something, they can really get to know you, and you can really increase your chances of getting a decent job through this. So that's a bit of a reason why you'd be looking at this. But then how to do well in the competition. So I judge loads of these competitions. So a couple of tips here. Number one, I've often listened to pitches, and at the end of the 4 or 5 minutes, I have no idea what a person's talking about. It may be a good idea, but I feel sorry for them. They haven't got it across. So a good way to do this is just find someone who you kind of know. I mean, not your mother, not your colleagues, not your best friend. Just invite someone for a coffee and say, look, let me tell you my idea, and then you can say it back to me, and have you understood it? Because if they can't understand it, I won't be able to either. So go through that kind of process. And then the next one, I'll be asking some very predictable questions at the end of your presentation, so be prepared for this. Number one, did you Google your own idea, right? Has anyone else ever done this before? Now, if they've done it, for example, in another country, that's a good thing, but you've actually found out. Because if the idea is sounding really familiar and you're not showing that you've worked this one out, I'm going to be on my mobile as you're presenting, finding out your main competitor's name, and I'm going to ask you about it at the end. So please, just Google, find out what the environment is. Next one, this is one of the United Nations principles, I do quite a lot with UNICEF on this, is you don't just assume how you're going to help a disadvantaged person, you involve them in it. So you speak to somebody with a disability and ask them what they think, what is their perspective, what do they need, because that's who it's for. So that would be another question. Have you spoken to someone who this would help? Be very, very clear on that. And often they'll have a completely different perspective. I mean, a lot of people would jump to the conclusion that assistive technology is the way to go. Someone physically can't do a job, and it's a very simplistic solution of just giving them a device that will allow them to work. That isn't the case. Normally, it's a cultural issue, it's something with society, opportunity, the job mechanism. Find that out. So really look into that. So the last one is most of the ideas will involve technology. Now I've actually got a software company, it's like a hedge fund doing algorithmic trading and so on, working with AI and everything, and so I'm very familiar with the best deployment of technology. And IT people, they like playing with computers, which is very nice, but it isn't necessarily the right solution. What you do need to do is find out what components you're putting together, off-the-shelf blocks of program that will help you do something, produce a business-worthy solution. Because if you try and reinvent the wheel, no matter how good your coding is, it's not going to be as good as using the tools easily and often freely available around you. So that is really the mark of a good use of technology when you're using other people's things. And that's a good thing. You don't have to do it the hard way yourself. It just won't work. So occasionally, yes, you do have to do some programming. But if you're using existing items, this shows you've thought about it. Again, you've Googled something, and it forces you to really define what is your unique selling proposition. Why is your idea so special? Why are you taking a different angle on it? So those are the angles, the different ways in which you have the best chance of not just, helping some people with disabilities, which is great, but also doing well in the competition, and most important for you, getting a job with a top company. Yes, I'd just like to introduce the design accessibility competition. It's for a great cause. It's helping people with disabilities get into the workforce. This is a really important issue in Vietnam. Vietnam is normally number one on a number of factors, if you're looking at things in the world, or economic performance, whatever. Unfortunately, it's number one on a bad factor in Vietnam. It has the biggest gap between employment of the general population and people with disabilities of any country. We did in a recent World Bank study. So this is something, it should be an easy win, getting people with disabilities into work. This could literally change other people's lives. It's a really good thing to do. Also, it's really good for you personally, because this is a proper competition where it's great experience of solving a business problem with a social impact. It's got some great companies involved in it, just to mention a few, Amazon, Intel, PwC, these are like your dream employers, right? And they have their people working with you when you move to the final 10. And that is a great experience for you. It's a good experience for them. I mean, I've checked with them. They have their HR people there. They're recruiting. This is the way recruitment works. So it's a great cause, great thing to do, but also very important for yourselves. So I would encourage you to look seriously at this competition and go for it. Yes, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you all at the competition. Looking forward to hearing your good ideas. And this, remember, is a really good experience for you. I mean, this is really close to the real world. This is, the same kind of competition I do for corporates. So it's a great experience. Go for it.